in Beaufort, Georgia, and my buddy Brad's got a really cool story with his shop that's opening, but there's a lot of history with it. So Brad, tell us a little bit about what's going on here.
How's it going, guys? I'm Brad, also known as Jeepin Bubba, and we're standing in my new shop. Basically, we're setting up today. I'm here with my grandpa and my dad, and we were just kind of talking about this building, and my grandpa, who's lived here his whole life, was just telling me this has been a shop since he was a little kid and remembers, you know, people working on cars and selling parts and that kind of thing. So it's kind of cool to be a part of that history where you grow up and be connected to the community in that way, and excited to get this shop open.
And I'm sure our friends at Steer Smarts and Warren and everybody else are pumped about getting some stuff moving out of this joint. Do a little swipey on the scene.
My grandpa's dad, they were dairy farmers, and they brought all the milk in, and when this was all dirt road. So all the way down Hamilton Mill, all the way through Main Street and everything, it's just to bring the milk down. He said it's pretty noisy when they brought all that, brought that milk down in the morning.
So Hamilton Mill Road was one of them, what they used to call washboard roads. It just rippling.
Yeah.
And my grandpa had a OA model, and he cut the back of it and made a truck. And he had them iron crates with glass bottles, and you could hear us coming from miles away, clickety 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 all the way out Hamilton Mill.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I years ago, I had my ad agency. I was at 15 Main Street and up on the 3rd floor, and I learned some of the history of that building. It was where they were doing a bunch of the saddles that they would ship back out to for like Roy Rogers and all these guys.
Yeah.
That's where they would do all the
Roy
saddle
Rogers
carving.
statues, that's right.
Yeah. It was pretty cool to learn some of the interesting history.
See, what happened, Bonnie Allen had the world's largest tannery right over here. Cows' hides, when you tan them, it don't come out perfectly square. So they couldn't ship them. So they would cut all the things off and make squares to ship to their customers. And they take what they cut off to make the saddles. And that was, enough to
Just
make
the
saddles.
extras, yeah.
And then made war
shoes.
boots and mail pouches for postmen when they carried the mail, and then and bridles, and that was all done up in this building right there. And so he made his products out of the scraps.
This would have been one of the busiest cities, like, back in the 40s.
Oh
and
yeah,
50s,
we had 2 banks for Grant County had any.
How funny.
2 banks.
2 banks.
Yeah.
That's big timing right there.
Yeah. And we were the world's largest shipper of raw glue. He had his own cows. He had a 40-acre farm where he kept cows, and he'd bring them over here and kill them for the hides. I don't know, somebody else get the meat, I guess. But the hoofs and all, the Pards had box cars out here, and they put that raw glue in there and shipped it all over.
Down there, seen like where they built the new city gym. Seen that? That was like baseball, minor league baseball.
Was it really?
Yeah.
They had a little field over there.
When I was a kid, it was there. Like you can see the lights and all that stuff were there. But the city owned it, so they just tore it down and made it. I think they did.
We had a lit field before we were in the major league.
They had money.
Yeah.
2 banks in a minor league baseball team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's really wild.
That's where I played football. That was our football field.
Paul just turned 81, so he knows a little thing about the town or two.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, man, this is exciting, man. This is very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Bubba,
Thanks, Paul.
get it going. See y'all. Good to see you.
That's my whole family. Hey, Paul, what's up, Paul? So this is it. It's 40 by 30, 1,200 square feet, and a little office. But I told my grandpa, I was like, just be on alert. If anything pops up, whether either finance buy it or like, I was even at the point where I was like, we're gonna buy a new house with land so I could build a metal building on it. Yeah, because it's just impossible to find something in Beaufort. And so this guy was here for 25 years, was a Jasper engine and transmission shop. That's all I did, was just small and out. So when I first came, this floor was like that thick in oil. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, and he had at one point there was a lift here, and it was open, and he pushed a car. Who paid attention? Pushed the car through the roof, and then the lift fell over, and so it destroyed the car, broke the lift off the studs, and destroyed the roof. So when I came here, it's one of those beautiful things. My grandma decorated the guy that owns the building's condo in Florida, what they live in. That period. So my grandma just met. My grandma's an interior decorator. She actually does. She's done like City Hall and all that. She does a lot of big stuff. But she's 79, but she still does that. But so, anyways, he said, "Dale's got this thing open. Come meet him." I come over here and he's over here pressure washing this stuff, and he goes, "I'll never put an automotive shop in here ever again." And I said, "Just consider it." He goes, "Whatever." Corona hit. All his prospects were like, "No, we're not starting a business. We're not starting a business." And I get a call. "All right, you're in."
You're in.
Yes.
That's funny.
But it's nice, yeah. It's a great location, just being right off of Main Street. So.
Well, you know, it's funny how God's timing works on stuff like that. You're like, just be patient, wait on Him.
Yeah.
You know, the right stuff opens at the right time. When.
Well, you know, I was at JCR and basically just had our daughter. My dad calls me and he's like, "I'm gonna sell the family business. I'm gonna go to the ministry. The church just wanting to hire me now." I'm like, "Cool. You want the business?" I was like, "Nope, I hate landscaping, blah blah." But I really wanted to move back because we just had a kid, we had no family up there. So when I moved back, I said, "I'll move back, I'll start the business, but my 5-year plan is I have to have a shop or I'm gonna go back. Like I'll go back to JCR, I'm gonna have to go back into the industry, I'll just lose it." So
Well, obviously.
and 2.5 years in.
The off-road stuff is your passion.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, if you're looking at trying to balance things in my life, that's the one that throws everything off. It's where I put everything. So yeah, that's it.
That's a good habit to be sidetracked by.
Yeah. It makes it where like, you know, I just want to go to work and work. It's not like time goes by fast. My wife called, I was over here yesterday just kind of sweeping and she was, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing really, I just want to be here." Like,
Right.
I'm excited. So yeah, I'm happy to get it up and going.
Very cool. That's awesome. Well, this is it's funny. I always love those memes that you see on social media where it's like all these different companies started in a garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's another garage for you.
JCR started in one of the owner's mom's basement. Like it had a little garage you could pull in, and then they moved to a pole barn that was like not even insulated, and like, and then now their shop is ridiculously big. This was my first magazine article I ever got in. This was with S3.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it was called "Smells Like Tater Tots." But I had this video I did with JCR, and they put a box on my head, and I was like, "This box smells like tater tots," and the guy that wrote the article just loved it. So
That's funny.
that's what the article was. So now
That's a really funny. Of all the things they end up saying.
yeah, it smells like tater tots. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So that was my first one. He's done this. This month will be the third one I've been in their magazine, and I got into.
Has Wooly been over here to the?
No, he hasn't seen it.
Okay.
No. Yeah. So he has no idea. Yeah. He lives in Monroe, but he actually used to be. S3 had they had an office down there at the Tannery, like in the maybe like 2008 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like second or third floor.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they wouldn't have been doing anything Jeep then. There was like just 100%
All tuner stuff.
all tuner stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a part of me.
At that time, he had a he still has it, but it's a CRX, and that would have been when he's ripping around in.
Yeah.
So. And an old Porsche.
There's a part of me that would, small part of me, but there's a part of me that would love to build like a complete Wrangler tuner. Just like,
yeah,
you'd have to do it the right way, and don't all the Jeeper guys, don't lose your minds. I'm not gonna. That's not my next project, but I do think it would be really cool. Just
or a hot rod of some sort, like lower.
I'm not telling anybody my hot rod idea. I'm not gonna talk about that. But you know the tuner idea.
frame, CJ body on top.
Oh, and that sounds fun.
Yeah. Yep. Because then you can go.
We'll have an off-camera conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey. So anyway.
Alright, so LS swap, 3-inch lowering springs.
Well, here's what I wonder. Like, with something like that, like, there's, America's Most Wanted has,
Yeah.
They've got the Hellcat, they got the Elephant. It's obviously we're talking about major frame bolstering and axle swaps and all that kind of stuff. But, hey, is that guy filming?
Oh.
What? How fun would that be though if you could actually like redo the roof and stick a Fiat apartment there?
I think like a mini bar up there and like a podcast studio, just all tucked in.
Okay, man. I like where you're going with that. Actually, but, having a car up there would be cool.
Maybe if I closed it in, it was like a little bit of a speakeasy / podcast studio.
I might actually help him build that. Yeah, what's one of the monthly videos you do?
Oh, like campsite cocktails.
Campsite cocktails.
Yeah.
Rooftop cocktails.
Yeah. Rooftop. Yeah. Downtown. Rooftop. Rooftop downtown cocktails.
That'll have to be an invite only in here.
Yeah. You'll have to know the password.
Yeah. The password is password.
The password is kettle corn.
Try using that. Let's see how it works out for you.
Yeah.
American-made Jeep armor.
Yeah.
So, I gotta say,
Yeah.
Daryl's social media posts crack me up.
They're pretty funny.
That guy is so funny.
Yeah. One of my favorite things that we did, I don't know, he was in the office and he was trying to finish off a video, and it was just of they bought a new laser cutter, and it was just cutting the stuff out, and I was like, oh, no rap sirens. So you need rap sirens. And so now, he did that video, and he got done editing, and he said, we're idiots. But now if you go to the website, there's a link.
Says the guy who has stupid t-shirts.
You can go to their website, and there's just a link that says rap sirens, so you can go and hit it.
By the way, you do need to, they're called stupid t-shirts, right?
Yeah, do like dumb shirts of the month.
Dumb shirts of the month, that's what it is. The dumb shirts of the month from JCR.
Yeah.
You gotta look at those. They're dumb and they're brilliant. They're hilarious.
They're pretty cheap, and then like it's half my wardrobe now. Like
Right.
But they do take explaining sometimes in public. Like there's one shirt that's like, yes, I aired down, and people are like, what? And you're probably
Yeah.
But Jeepers get it immediately. Like in YouTube videos, they're like, you didn't air it down, it's way off traction.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I aired down.
So explain to the kids at home who don't know, yes, I air down. Explain that to them.
Yeah, so what happens a lot on YouTube is, or in any videos, and people be like, oh, you could have made that if you would have aired down. The idea of airing down is you'll make your footprint actually larger in your tire. So the less air, the larger the footprint, the softer the tire, the more traction. So it's a big, everyone thinks they're the only ones who know about it, and so they tend to throw that on YouTube. Now, the secret, what people really don't know is, when I was with JCR, when we would do videos, we would add air so we would lose traction, because if you're able to conquer every obstacle, it's a boring video. But when you're spinning tires on a rock, it's, so the first 2 takes, you're over aired, and then the next take, you air down and you get the traction. So when they comment that, we're like, yeah, we know. So they made a
Not
new
our
shirt
first
that says,
rodeo.
yes, I aired down.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, it is fun watching some of those where the Jeeps just
Yeah, they're just bargaining, especially in Utah, in Moab on the rock.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. It's just like,
Yeah.
we used to go to the
Hey, can we not talk about Moab?
Yeah, we don't have to talk about
Let us not speak of this.
R.I.P. Eastern Jeep
Take a
Safari.
moment of silence.
I did see that they were selling shirts for them, so that'd be a good collector item to have.
Oh yeah.
An Eastern Jeep Safari for 2020
Yeah.
T-shirt that didn't happen.
that would actually just gave me an idea. Rock, I was thinking you were about to say like a gazebo.
Oh,
and
gazebo.
Put like
And a croquet set on some artificial turf.
There you go.
Maybe some cornhole out here. But yeah, I was thinking, well, gravel, it's gravel, but actually put nice gravel and then put a big rock pile so I can park right out front, or customer can check out the new suspension or whatever. Yeah.
So, speaking of having gravel on site,
Yeah.
so there's one of the cool things that I saw last summer. We were up in Ellington, Connecticut, and we were filming the American Super Jeep Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And Pete from ACI Auto Group, Unhinged Off Road, he put in. It's probably a little bit longer than the dirt stretch here. Bought a bunch of telephone poles.
Oh, yeah.
Had them all cut down to
Yeah.
fit, and locked everything in there. You know, they anchored them with the rebar and stuff like that at the ends.
Yeah.
And you know, I got some video of me rolling one of the Gladiators over it.
That's cool.
Sadly, I high-sided at the very end. It was so frustrating. He didn't know how the Gladiator was going to handle it. He's like, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
You might high-side it, you might not. And of course, I'm driving his, so I didn't want to just, you know, when in doubt, throttle out on somebody else's rig. So I'm trying to be all careful. And then, of course, I get to the end and I'm like, I feel like a turtle on a pole. I'm like, no. But, you know, what was really cool was he has this at his dealership and in a shop. And so I think, you know, once a month, pretty sure it's once a month, he's got folks that come out there, you know, guys, you know, Jeepers in the community come out and use it. And I don't see a lot of that kind of stuff around the rest of the country, which you guys should be doing. You really should be doing this.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do some stuff probably on weekends where we might do, I'd probably sell free tickets. So we know we're only going to get 15, 20 Jeeps because that's about what I can fit here.
Did you literally hear him just say, I'm going to sell free tickets?
Free tickets. Well, that way you know they're coming.
Right.
They now have a ticket. They feel like they're going to have something.
They have to register.
They have to register.
Right.
So I'm selling free tickets.
Yeah.
That's the idea. But, you know, like, you know, free coffee, donuts, pizza, whatever. Adult beverages.
So doing.
And just hanging out, and then maybe we would go ride a trail from that point. This could be a jumping off point. Or if there's like Jeep clubs who they're tired of just going to their local, you know, Old Charlie's or wherever they go, like they could come here and have one instead, and we can close the gate and they can get rowdy. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know where I was going to go with that is
be able to
the
try something
response
out.
is fantastic. Guys show up like all the time for this thing, and they have a
or
lot
even
of
just a
fun.
flex ramp because no one ever gets to check their bumps until they're out on the trail and so stuff like that. So I have a mini flex ramp. I call it a poser ramp, but we can get a bigger
Poser
one.
ramp.
Yeah, it's portable. It's this big and that high, so
Nice.
it's great for shows. Just, but
Now
that's the idea.
If only you had.
I am thinking that would be a great spot for a big American flag. If I trim that back, big American flag.
Buddy, anywhere on the building is always a good spot for a big old American flag.
Yeah. So it has to happen.
That's awesome. Well, we're actually going to be going down to Savannah sometime in May.
Okay.
And are you familiar with Jeep Homeland?
No.
Dude, for those of you in Georgia, if you're looking to go buy a Jeep, my Atlanta area dealerships will probably not be a fan of me saying this, but I have to say, if you're, so I'll frame it like this. If you're even remotely close to Savannah, Georgia, buy your Jeep at North Savannah, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. But the north one is where they've got this Jeep Homeland track, and the guys, one or two of the guys from Jeep Jamboree were out there helping them get that set up. It's a full course, dude. I mean, it's
awesome.
That's
important.
They spent like $17 building it, or something like that. But it's really impressive, really cool. It's probably one of the coolest things I've seen at one of the new Jeep dealerships.
That's great.
Anywhere in the country, and we've gone.
I think
coast
it's really
to coast.
important for education. You know, if someone just buys a Jeep, at least show them how to put it in 4-wheel drive. Like, we had a girl that came on our trail cleanup the other day, and there was one section where you're going to need 4-wheel drive. And she said, "Let me know when I'm going to need 4-wheel drive." And so I said, "Okay, this is it." And that was the time. She's like, "Okay, now how do I put it in 4-wheel drive?" So it's like, how did you buy a Jeep and at least the salesman not walk you through? Because he probably doesn't know. But a place like that has a little course, that's amazing for education.
It really is amazing. And I'm hoping what ends up kind of coming out of this is that I know real estate's expensive, you know, especially for the kind of footprint that they've got. But, you know, when you're talking about the most capable SUV in the world, thank you, Motor Trend, that's a great designation to get.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about something, an SUV that's got that kind of capability, and you don't have a way to really truly show that off, that seems like such a huge missed opportunity. And I don't know that that's a feasible option for all these different dealerships.
Yeah.
But at least having.
They're probably scared. A lot of them are just liabilities and things like that. But it's a huge attraction.
You know what? Listen, here's the thing. you're going on test drives anyways, guys. You go on the freeway. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, at least this way you're still
That's
on
more
property.
dangerous in a Jeep than off-roading.
Right? Especially after what speed? No.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just totally kidding. It's just a Jeep joke. Settle
Yeah.
down. Especially you sitting in your basement.
The bagel bites are ready. Your mom just said it.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be a lot of fun for you, man. I'm excited for you.
Funny story. So the guy that was here had a big oil bin. He promised the landlord, like, I'll get rid of that oil bin. I promise. Well, he came and signed the lease today, the landlord, and the oil thing's still here. And he had left an old truck here. So the reason he was in that tractor, he took the tractor, put the oil in the old truck, called a wrecker and said, put it in his front yard. So he took it.
Oh!
He took it down there, dropped it.
Is that why I saw him driving the tractor a minute ago?
Yeah, so when he came down the street in the tractor, they had just brought the old truck and the old thing and dropped it in the guy's front yard.
Well,
Welcome to Buford.
buddy, kind of what you get. Sorry, dude. All right, well, Jeepin Bubba, thanks for having us out, bro.
Yeah, Tony, thanks for coming out here. I know it was a far commute for you
I
today.
know. That's 5 minutes in this traffic, this time of day. That was brutal.
Yep.
So we want to make sure that you folks take a look at his YouTube as well. Jeepin Bubba, check it out right there. And yeah, it's you got a great looking LJ.
Thank you. Yeah. I like my LJ.
Greg. Please make sure you like the video here. Please subscribe to the channel if you're entertained, even remotely, by the shenanigans of what you're seeing here.
If you love America.
And if you love America, you better subscribe. Out.
Awesome.